So many people are freaking out about the crypto market, and I have no idea why they're doing that, and I'll explain to you why in this video. Not only are we only down around 12% from Bitcoin's all-time high, where historically in bull markets we go down a ton during the bull market. Right here, Bitcoin went down multiple times, 18%, 19%, 16%, 20%, and then in the summer of 2021, down 52% or so from the all-time high. So for people to be freaking out about the price of Bitcoin and altcoins in the entire market, it makes no sense to me. Not only are we going to get the first pro-crypto president in the White House in like 3 weeks, but there is so much tailwind behind an amazing 2025. At least in my opinion, not financial advice, etc., etc. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, on the internet. So all of these charts I'm looking at right now are from Into the Cryptoverse, where if you want to get 10% and get all of these charts and a ton more, you can do so using my link below. So to start out, 2024, which just ended, really looks like 2023, which is kind of funny because they are obviously not both halving years. 2024 is the halving year, but as I've talked about many times in the past, 2024 did pretty similarly to the average of 2012, 2016, and 2020. The only difference is those years saw a really big upswing at the end of the year, and in 2024, we saw the price of Bitcoin go down. So the ROI for 2024 was a lot lower than the average ROI for 2012, 2016, and 2020. But if 2024 mirrors 2023, well, what happened at the beginning of 2024? The price of Bitcoin went up a lot, over 50% in the first 72 days. So that could point to a really, really great start to 2025 for Bitcoin. And I posted this chart on Twitter/X. If you're not following me there, link below for that. But this is looking at what Bitcoin did for the years. So 1 year red, next 3 years are green. Next year is red, 3 years of green. In 2022, we had a red year, so the price of Bitcoin went down. 2023, 2024 were both up years for Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen in 2025 when, again, Donald Trump is about to take office, who is congratulating people on new all-time highs? You tell me. There's a clip of Michael Saylor here saying that soon every billionaire will buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, and the supply shock will be so great that we will stop measuring Bitcoin in terms of fiat. So what he's talking about, which I totally think is going to happen, is that people are going to realize, or really, really rich people are going to realize, it's better to park your money in Bitcoin than it is in real estate. Do you know that so much real estate in like the coast of California, New York, and Florida are unoccupied? People just buy homes to literally sit in it because they don't know a better place to keep their money. They don't want to keep it in cash. They don't want to put it in the stock market. So they buy homes and don't even rent it out. What Michael Saylor is saying, and has been saying for a while, is that billionaires are going to do the same thing for Bitcoin. They're going to park their money in Bitcoin, and what that'll do is it'll boost the entire crypto market. As Bitcoin skyrockets, the rest of the market will follow. And here, the CEO of Metaplanet, which is a Japanese company that has put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, he says if Trump adopts Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, other Asian countries will do the same. So if that were to happen, Bitcoin dominance would probably go up. And if Bitcoin dominance goes up to where it was not too long ago, like 60% or so, that would be an amazing time to buy altcoins. Because in my opinion, Bitcoin dominance will eventually dramatically drop, like we saw here in 2021, when we saw the insane altcoin season really, really take off. It went from 57% way down to 40% or so in a very, very short period of time, about 2 months. So Bitcoin, again, moves the market. And altcoins, large caps, then medium, then small cap, then maybe AI agents and NFTs and meme coins, they will, or at least historically, they will follow Bitcoin. And I've talked about this before, but I really don't think Trump is going to lose. He has his own crypto project that is run by his sons, and we have Vivek and Cynthia Loomis and RFK Jr. and many other people in his cabinet, including his vice president, all publicly say they own Bitcoin and crypto. So for crypto and Bitcoin to not skyrocket this year, 2025, would be insane to me. So when it comes to what to buy, in my opinion, I think it's really about where the attention will flow. It's unfortunately less about how amazing the project is. It's more about attention. Now for Bitcoin, Bitcoin has its own narrative that I think is different than everything else in the crypto world. But other than Bitcoin, it's less about the tech, more about the attention and eyeballs. So when I'm looking at coins to buy or take positions in, I'm thinking which sectors will get the most eyeballs. And I've talked a lot about this in previous videos, so I won't bore you in this video, but that is really what I'm thinking about. If the best technology always won, then a lot of coins from 2017 and 2021 would still be doing really, really well. There were some amazing projects with amazing teams doing incredible stuff, and they have all but fallen into anonymity at this point. So it's less about what they do, it's more about the attention, and the attention comes from the media, it comes from other influencers here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, it comes from VC backing, and I'll touch on a lot more about this in future videos, so make sure to subscribe if you want to know more. And I'm also, of course, looking at Bitcoin dominance dropping below 50% like we saw back in 2021. Right now, we are at 57% or so. And this is others dominance, everything other than the top 10 market cap coins, what percent of the market cap they occupy. If we see others dominance go to these historical levels here back in 2022 of around 14%, but ideally, if others dominance goes to 16% or around 19%, that for me would be a very, very big sign that we are in profit-taking territory. So when it comes to taking profits, I'm looking at a lot of different markers across a lot of different websites. There's a lot of things to be aware of. Again, subscribe if you want. Definitely follow me on X. And if you want to join my private community for $20 a month, I talk a lot more about that in there, link below for that. And there's also some other big news happening with FTX that's going to be starting this month, but there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Essentially with FTX, we're going to get several $1 billion flowing back into individuals' hands in the next 2 to 3 months. And that money is coming in the form of stablecoins. So a lot of those people will rebuy crypto, possibly altcoins. Now, a lot of that money, which a lot of influencers don't talk about, is going into hedge funds and companies' hands because they purchased people's FTX claims. I don't want to bore you with that, but if you've been following me throughout the FTX bankruptcy, I've been covering that a ton. But just know that there is a bullish thing happening where money from the FTX bankruptcy estate is flowing into individuals' hands that previously held crypto. So that could be another huge driver for the increase in altcoins this year. So I want to finish off with 2 charts here. The first is the bull market support band. As you can see right here, we have been crossing this for the price of Bitcoin for a while. For the bear market, we were well below it. And for the bull market in 2021, we were above this line. So could the price of Bitcoin hit this line? Yes, it totally could. It wouldn't shock me if it did that, but I think it would scare a lot of people if Bitcoin hit $80,000 or $75,000. It's a possibility. Now, what would I do if that happened? Well, I'd be looking at different coins that are in good buying ranges. For example, this one is BNB Binance Coin. I just picked this because it looks like a great setup if we see another wick down for Bitcoin. So this is a range where we saw a lot of resistance for BNB this year. So if BNB were to drop back down to, let's say, $615 or so, that would be a time for me to load up on BNB. Ironically, this is still an area that we saw some resistance way back in 2021. So this is a great range in my opinion, going back almost 4 years to pick up BNB. So let's say you wanted to get some BNB at like $615 or so. Well, if you want to pick up a bonus, go into BTCC, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus up to $10,000. You can easily deposit some money here, and then you would go to BNB, which I already have set up here, but just for the sake of me showing you, BNB USDT. So let's say you wanted to put a limit order to buy BNB. So right here, let's say you wanted to buy it for $615 because again, that is in a pretty good range historically. And let's say you wanted to buy $100 worth of BNB. So then you would click buy right here, and then you confirm it. You want to buy 100 USDT of BNB at a price of $615. And then it immediately shows up here in open orders. So this is something that's a really good strategy to do. It allows you to not stare at the charts all day. You can pick what coins you want to buy, and then you can set limit orders, and then they will buy automatically if the price of that coin drops to that price. Now, if BNB never touches $615, nothing will happen. I can just cancel the order and then I can do whatever I want with that tether, right? But if the price does drop, it'll automatically buy it. So I don't need to be staring at the charts, which I'd rather not be doing. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you want the Into the Cryptoverse charts, there's a link below for a 10% discount. If you want to join my community, $20 a month, there's a link below for that as well. Other than that, guys, I will keep you guys posted with everything going on in the markets. Hope you're well. Happy 2025. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.